Lovable Cloud just changed the game. In 10 prompts, we'll try to build a full SaaS app, not just a gimmick. We're talking about users, payments, AI, landing page, everything you need to launch. And this app takes YouTube videos and turns them into Twitter threads, LinkedIn posts, and emails. So if this works in just 10 prompts, this is probably something you might want to try out. But if it breaks, you'll just watch me fail. And the exact prompts that I've used, you can find in the description for free. So you can build whatever you want. Okay, so obviously we're using Lovable Cloud for this. And the first thing we need to do is just start with a prompt.
So we'll create an app that uses API YouTube transcriber to let the user fill in a URL of a YouTube video. We'll provide the video, uses that to create a Twitter thread, a LinkedIn post, and email for a newsletter.
So we'll create those three things from it. And we are now also going to instruct it to create a full SaaS for it. So what we need to do is we need to say that we need a landing page, that we need users to be able to log in, create an account, pay for their account. And if that is all working, they can actually start using our app. So we'll say,
make a landing page, then let people log in after they have created an account. Make sure they pay via Stripe. It costs $5 per month to use this app, and then they get unlimited access. Let's call our app AI. So it's not a very original name, but it's fine for now. Let me see if you need any API keys. Just ask me and I will provide them to you. This is a piece of documentation from the Apify actor.
So what we'll now do is we'll basically give it one big prompt, and if it would do everything perfect, the app would already be ready. I think we'll run into a few bugs. I'm not quite sure if 10 prompts is actually enough to get everything working. I've not tried this before, so this is actually my first time trying to build and launch something in 10 prompts. But that's exactly what it makes so exciting to do. So what we'll now do is we'll go to Apify. So you need an account here. It's really simple to create an account. We have the Apify store here, and we'll just be able to look for YouTube, and we'll have all those different Apify actors. So we have a YouTube scraper. So this is a YouTube crawler and video scraper. We have a video downloader. We have a YouTube transcript scraper, a short scraper. So there are a lot of possibilities with Apify. So we'll just use this one. I'm using this for all my projects and it's working really great. So as you can see, we have input and that's the URL. So what we'll do is we'll just copy paste this JSON. We'll go back to Lovable. We say input. Then we'll go back to Apify, we'll go to information, and here we have a lot of information on how to actually use the scraper. Let's just copy paste this. And it also has the output section here, which is really important because our app should know what kind of output it gets. So we'll have this, and I think this is fine. We'll just paste it in here, and now we have an overview of how to use it. We have the example output, and now it basically has everything it needs to actually start creating our app. So I think let's just run it and see what it comes up with and see where we need to fine tune, where we need to debug. 10 prompts is not a lot, but I think we might be able to pull this off. So let's run it. And now I can just sit back and see what is happening here. Very quickly, if you are enjoying the video, if you are learning anything from it, please like and subscribe. It helps me to grow my channel and I really appreciate it if you do. And I will be putting out a lot of more content like this. So without further ado, let's dive into the video again. Okay, so it says our create repurpose AI. Design inspiration is coming from Jasper and Copy AI. I like that. The features, so we have a stunning landing page with hero section, feature, showcase, and pricing. We have authentication system. We have a Stripe subscription of $5 per month, a clean dashboard with YouTube URL input, AI-powered content generation displaying all three formats, and its responsive modern design. That's basically the whole app, and I'm really curious if it can actually create this. So let's allow this for now. And I don't count this as prompts because you're just clicking buttons. I think prompts are actually where we need to look something up ourselves, ask Lovable to fix it. This is all just very simple clicking, and Lovable just knows everything it needs to do to create this app. Okay, perfect. So Lovable Cloud is now connected. We now need to enable Stripe. So how we'll do that is we'll just go to dashboard.stripe. We have our secret key here. We can click to copy. We can go back to Lovable and we'll just paste that here, submit, and that's everything we need to do to set up Stripe. Obviously, you do need an account on Stripe. You do need to verify yourself, but once you have done that, you can just create different Stripe businesses basically. And for an app, you could just get a new one, and that's everything you need to do. So we now have Lovable AI in Stripe enabled. So let's just sit back again and see how it comes out. Okay, so this is what our landing page looks like. It's already pretty sick. Obviously, it is very lovable-ish. You can really see that it's made by Lovable, but I still like it. We have three formats, one click. We have some effects here. Why choose repurpose AI? We have simple pricing. It all looks very great already. We do have a built-in successful here, and we do need to make some tables here. So let's allow this for now. Let's see if then the build is still unsuccessful. But let me very shortly scroll down. We have not asked anything yet. We just said approve, and it already looks very great. So it's now creating a function, which looks fine. Let's allow. And Lovable also says this themselves. You don't even need to know what a database is. You just approve it, and 99 out of 100 times it's correct and it's working immediately. We have some triggers, okay? So we have our subscriptions being handled as well. So when someone cancels their subscription, they will not have access to the app anymore. And these are all those little things that you need to actually launch it. And it was a lot of work to do this manually, but now it's just all taking care of this, and the whole Stripe integration is very seamless. So let's allow this as well. And to be honest, I just need Lovable to create an auto approve button here because I'm just approving everything. And this is something that is new in cloud as well, because it will now create the Stripe product and price. So before you needed to go to Stripe, create an account yourself. So you needed to go to products, and then you could create your product here, and that was all manual work. But now it can create it for us. So it will create our Stripe product. So if we'll now go back to our dashboard here, we see that we have a product, repurpose AI subscription. So this is super seamless. We don't even need to look at Stripe anymore because it already knows how to handle everything. Okay, so now the core of our app is done. We probably have users. We now have Stripe. We'll now start to get the AI working. So what we need to do is we need to go to Apify again. We can then click on API here, API clients, and then get our token. So we have copied it. We'll just paste it again and done. So this is just running on some kind of autopilot, and it just knows how to do it. And it's really amazing that we already have this. Okay, so we are done. Our repurpose AI is ready. It built a complete SaaS platform. We have a landing page authentication system. We have a Stripe subscription. We have a dashboard, and we have the full integration with Apify for transcription and Lovable AI Gemini for content creation. So how it works, a user signs up, gets redirected to payment. After subscribing, they access the dashboard. So they paste the YouTube URL, get their content, and they can one-click copy for all formats. So yeah, I don't have the words to describe how this feels, because 6 months ago, this would really take like one day. You would create a landing page yourself, say that you want something different, and obviously we are going to change something about our landing page, but that this core is already standing, it's insane. So I think the first thing we now need to do is just test it out. Okay, this looks great. We can say get started. We don't have an account, so let's say create account. We have our email address. We can do our password. We can say sign up. Okay, account created successfully. You can now sign in. I want a automatic redirect, so if someone signs up, they get logged in directly, but we can now say sign in. So we now need to subscribe, so we can say subscribe now. And to be honest, the whole onboarding is really good. It looks really clean. Okay, so let's now say subscribe now. Oh my God, it's all working. So need the code in our email. So okay, so we got our email. Okay, so it seems we got our subscription. We get sent back. We say, welcome to Repurpose AI. Your subscription is now active. This is not so nice. So let's fix that. We say, once someone gets a subscription, and this is the second prompt that we are using. It's insane. send them to the dashboard. Right now, they still see the pricing card, even though they already paid. So let's now check it. We can go to cloud here. We see that, ooh, okay, so this is our first thing that we need to fix. We have 0 subscriptions. We do have a user, so that is going correctly, but it doesn't correctly recognizes once someone gets a subscription. Okay, so what changed? Dashboard now checks for Stripe success, pricing page automatically redirects, and we have a better loading state. So we'll get redirected to dashboard success is true once we correctly get a subscription. Okay, so it says thanks, fix in 2 places. So let's test it out again. Let's refresh this one. Let's subscribe now. Okay, so we got an error when clicking subscribe, please fix. Okay, so prompt 4. I really hope this is going to be fixed now, because otherwise it will get pretty close. Okay, so the issue was a non-existent environmental variable. So let's now refresh and hope it will work. Let's say subscribe now. Okay, so it's opening Stripe again. So we'll now get sent back and we are done. We are now in our dashboard and we can now actually start testing out the AI functionality. So let me very shortly go to the database. And as we can now see here, we have one row in our subscriptions table. And this is all looking great. We can now test it out. So let me go to my YouTube channel. We paste the URL. And let's see if it comes up with actual content now. So we have all the basic stuff done right now, and we can now start the actual AI stuff and how it looks and how it works. And we have 6 prompts left. So I think that's enough to actually make this work. Let's generate content. Okay, so we have an edge function here and we say, so when we give a YouTube video URL, it provides an edge function error again. So can you please make sure that you fix this? And what we can do is we can go to edge functions here and we have the process video edge function. And we see here that obviously it failed. So we have our few logs and okay, we have an Apify API error. We copy those, we paste it in here. And Lovable can check the edge functions directly, but I just like to provide it the edge function logs as well. So I'm sure it is looking at the correct edge function. And let me very shortly see what is happening here. Okay, actor with this name was not found. So let me copy this again. Let me paste this here. And it's all about providing the correct information to Lovable. So we say example, this is our actor's name. We can go here. We have this name, so it's YouTube transcript scraper from Pinto Studio. We can provide it, and I think after prompt 5, we are already pretty far into the SaaS. So it says, I see the issue. I used the wrong API by actor name and API approach. Let me fix the edge function. So we'll just very patiently wait for it and then test it out again. And this is actually the loop where you are building in. You are saying what you want, you're testing it, you are providing it the feedback. And if you do that, you will create an amazing app. Okay, so I fixed the API for integration, correct actor ID. We have proper API flow, better error handling. Let's refresh this one. Let's provide it the URL again and say generate content. Okay, so it again provided an edge function error. Let's go back to the edge functions. I ran it 2 times now because I was not sure if the function already updated, but let's view the logs now. Okay, no transcript text found in the response. Okay, so this is an interesting one. We have dataset items received, run status is succeeded. We have it running. Okay, so it actually seems like it just worked correctly. But to debug now, we can go back to Apify, we can go to runs. And we can now see here that it correctly ran the actor. And we can go to output and we see that we have results. So that is a bit weird. Let's say, okay, we got these logs, and this is the output I see Apify. Please make sure to check and fix. So let's copy this log. So we are now 5 prompts in, and I think this is the usual fixes that you need to make. It is not perfect yet, and it's all about the person behind it to make sure this is working correctly. So it fixed the transcript parsing, so it probably had something to do with the parsing. So it gets a result, but it doesn't anticipate on this format in the correct way. So let's refresh this one again. Let's paste it, and let's hope it will now parse it correctly. Okay, so it seems to be working. It's loading a bit longer now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have our results already now. So it has our Twitter thread, which says Lovable just dropped their biggest update ever. Then we have our second thread until now. Also, the structure is really good. It's not too long. We have our LinkedIn post. I think obviously those are the things that you don't want in here. So let's prompt that out. We have this. Complexity is gone. Intuition is key. Really cool. It's already pretty good, to be honest. We have our newsletter. So subject, Lovable's massive update. Build pro apps with AI and cloud. No code needed. Wow. It adds the URL. This is really good. We can copy it. We can copy this one. Wow. So I think what we'll do right now is we'll make sure that the way it shows is a bit nicer. So we don't want this. So let's copy this. Also be a bit nice to the AI. So we say perfect. We have the results, but it also adds things like, and then we say, okay, so we just say we don't want to start with here's an engaging Twitter thread about the Lovable update. We just want the post only. Make the delivering very good while keeping it clean and simple. Let's one time go back here. Okay, it's all looking pretty good. LinkedIn post is looking good. Also, we want things like this to be formatted. So if we have bold text, show it as bold text. Also show as formatted bold text. Okay, let's do this one. And let's see the amount of prompts that we have used. So we have 10 AI edits and 14 messages, but a lot of those messages is just saying approve. So this is actually the 6th prompt. Yeah, okay. So let's get the URL of my video again, and let's now see what it comes up with. We run this, and then in the meantime, we say, please store all results for our users so they can go back to previous generated content. Also show which video is used as source. And I think this is the part that makes the platform even better because it's more of like a real dashboard. Now it's a pretty simple dashboard. Oh, we have the results here. We have the Twitter part, which is looking better now. We have the LinkedIn post with formatted bold text. Really good. We have the newsletter. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is good. The only thing that we now need to do is make sure that everything is stored. So let's run. Okay, so we can now test it out once again. So we'll just run it, but then for a different video. So let's refresh this page. We can now try it out again. We say generate content. Okay, nice. So we have our results and we now have here back to history. So once we click this, we have previous generations here. And this is really all that it takes. We can now click it, we can now see it again, we can copy it, and it's actually everything that we needed. So let me now do some quick fixes for how it looks, because obviously it needs to look good as well. Okay, so I think next thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the landing page is a bit more unique and it will convert a bit better. So we'll just say, please act as a professional copywriter for AI SaaS products. We'll now write new copy for our landing page. It needs to use short, sentences and short words, but they need to do high impact. It should really convert a lot of people for us, and it should be a bit of a more unique landing page. Please rewrite the copy and also make sure to add some scrolling animations, but just make sure to let it convert a bit better. We have new copy, we have some scrolling animations, we got our pricing. People can now just click on start now and create an account. And that's basically it. And we are at 8 prompts. 8 prompts, and we can accept payments. We have our AI functionality, everything. So what I'm now going to add with the 2 prompts left is I will create a chatbot on the website that can answer questions and also be like a sales AI agent. So it will keep track of the current conversation and knows when to push someone towards a sign up or when to hold back a little bit. So I will now just prompt that. I will say, create an AI agent on the landing page, locate it as a bubble on the bottom right, make sure it knows everything about sales and how to go from a chat conversation towards a sign up. Make it answer in short sentences, easy language. Use our landing page information and the history of our chat to use this as knowledge. When someone wants to sign up, add show a sign up button in the chat interface, please. Okay, so let's see if this is also working. And now we just have a landing page, an AI agent, we have payments, we have our whole AI backend, which is already working. Okay, so AI sales agent has been added to the landing page. We have our bubble here, but let's open it in the preview to see it a bit better. Okay, so here we can click it. Wow, this looks amazing. We can now say hi. Hi there, how can I help you create more content effortlessly today? I really like this. I say, sounds good. Let's test out the sign up functionality. Let's do it. Ready to get started. Start now, $5 per month. It is 1 prompt and we added a chatbot to our website like this. It's insane. We can click this now and we can sign up. It's insane. We now got 1 prompt left. So let's look for something we can add even more to this. Let's go to the landing page. This is looking really, really good now. You know what? Maybe let's have a screenshot of the actual dashboard and show it here as well. So what we'll do is we'll sign in. Let's open this one and let's make a screenshot of this. Okay, let's paste it in here and let's say, on our landing page, please add an image that I just provided to you as an example of what the dashboard looks like. Add some good copy to it in the same style as the rest of our app and make it look really clean with maybe some scrolling animations or stuff. Okay, let's run that, and that's the 10th prompt. And after this, I will not do anything about this and I will just publish it. We will in a second add a domain to it. And then in the description, I will link it down so you can actually start testing it out for yourself and see that it's actually something valuable. And if we can do this already in 10 prompts, imagine 100 prompts or 1000. It will be way better. It will look way more original. We now have our dashboard here, which also looks really, really smooth. Let me now add a domain to it. We can say custom domain. We can say buy domain. We can then look for a specific domain. So, okay, let's get a repurpose AI.nl. It's not the prettiest domain name, but for now, it doesn't matter. We can buy it. We say domain only, continue. And then you can very simply add the domain to it. It takes a few hours. So when this video is published, it will be linked to this domain and you can actually visit the website. So we go back for now. We can now very simply add a description, add an icon and title here, and that's it. Then we are actually done. We can click on publish and that's it. So it's really, really simple. This is actually something with proper marketing can get revenue and can actually work. It is something that people actually do, but now completely automated. This was the first time that I actually tried it like this, and it's actually blown my mind how simple it has become. to create software. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you have learned anything from it, if I had inspired you to actually start building your own SaaS, please don't hesitate to give me a like and a subscribe. I really appreciate it, and a lot of more content like this will be coming out. So I will see you in the next one.